Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and welcome to the Sunday morning show. As you can see, I love to have my little sun motifs on these Sunday shows. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep that going, but I see MLR. I know. MLR, you're funny. She said, I thought it was the CBS Sunday morning sun for a minute. Okay, yeah, I know, right? I did a sun one last Sunday, and when I do these Sunday morning ones, I always like to do I have a lot of different sun images that I like to use. And hey, Donna Marie, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. But you made me laugh, MLR, so that's good. Ascending Universal Butterfly, nice to see you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being a member. And Brown Roxy Foxy is here, and um, Harley Harley is here. Nice to see you. See, happy Sunday. I know, right? Celebrate the moment. Exactly. Um, no problem. No problem. No problem. We see that. All right. Very good. So thank you all for being here. Marby Gongoria is here. Gongora. And Edward Kenneth. Nice to see you. Coffee Dogs is here. Hi, Coffee Dogs. Sage Burner and Carolyn. Very good to see you. And Carolyn, is it okay if I tell everybody? Do you mind if I share the good news? And it's up to you. If you say no, I won't do it. I'm looking over here because I have to get my hand lotion. I forgot to put hand cream on. Akila B is here, so nice to see you. Yes, so Carolyn says yes, and this is my proof. So Carolyn will be on my show. She's going to come on my show, and I'll have to look and see what the date is. And we're going to learn a little bit about Carolyn's journey, her spiritual journey, and how she got to the where she is today. And I know she has an amazing story. We have the if anybody knows Buck Wild, the donkey that stole my heart, this is how Carolyn and I met. I believe I was on with Suzuki, and we were doing Suzuki read for somebody's horse, and I read for your donkey, and it was amazing. It was so beautiful, and I did a little short of Buck Wild, but he was just I think of him often, and then Carolyn was so sweet to send me a picture of Buck Wild, and maybe I'll see if I can't still. I think I might still have that picture, and we'll tell that story when you come on. But it's such a beautiful story, and yeah, so you can give us a little bit of background about what I was saying about him and how it transpired. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And so Carolyn says it is on November 23rd at 2 p.m. Eastern. And that is when Carolyn's going to come on and tell us a little bit about her story. And very good. I see you. I know. She says she's excited. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's fun learning about different people and coming on and giving a little chat. Um, and here I just got off with um, oh, what are the rules? You're new? You just kindly put your question in caps and use emojis, sort of like that, so that I can see them. And that's about it. And the questions are chosen at random, just so you know. They're not in any type of order. She said, I have it booked in my diary already. I know, right? So, oh, okay. All right, I see that. Um, yeah, I understand. Okay, we'll see what we can do there. So let me see. I see Akila, and I just wanted to ask everybody, where are you? Here we are. So this is Akila B24, and she's a moderator, but she's also an amazing reader. And I just got off a show. She and I did a collaboration together. It was live on her channel and live on my channel together. We did some amazing readings together. And I would just like to ask everybody to go on over to Akila B. We're trying to get her to 500 because you have to get a certain number of subscribers in order to use certain features in the YouTube. And she's so used to coming on with us. And now that she's starting her own channel, I would love for her to get a bump up on her subscribers so she can be up and running and being able to have guests on her channel too, as well. So please do go on over to Akila B24 and 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 ask your friends too, because we're all here in the community together. All right. Just hide this current one. Hi, Wanda Grant. Yep. Yes, agree. Akila is a fabulous reader. She really is. She goes right out there. Aw. So Sage Burner, let me go ahead and just start with you since you're new. Good, thank you. You're welcome, Akila. So Sage Burner says her cat Topaz is having surgery on Tuesday. I'm so sorry to hear that. Did I already read for this? I don't know. Were you on Sherry's channel? Eye surgery. Okay. Okay. Thanks for being specific. So let me use my pendulum for this. And then when we're actually, I forgot to show everybody my events, which I wanted to do first. But as soon as I'm done this, I'm going to go to the events and then I'll call out some people. But I just wanted to. So is Topaz going to be okay? I'm just saying overall is Topaz, and this is my yes. This is my yes. And am I 7 feet tall? And that's my no. It changes right over to no. Okay. And so will Topaz, will the surgery be successful? The surgery is going to be successful. Will Topaz heal without any problem? That goes into a circle, which means maybe you have to keep an eye on it. Get it? I think you're going to have to make sure that the wound is clean and stuff like that. And she might scratch it, or I don't know what she has to do. She might have a little bit of difficulty in the recovery. Will Topaz have a little bit of difficulty in the, and it's almost like maybe yes, maybe no. It's like it's possible. So you can just keep a good, I know that sounds pun intended, but just keep a good eye on her after the surgery. Make sure, don't assume that she can see right away, or that she's not clouded because of the Novocaine or whatever they use on it. But I do see that it will be successful and that she will be okay. But in the recovery process, whatever that is, you may need to spend a little bit more time with her. So will Topaz come through the surgery successfully? And that's a definite yes. And will the recovery process be a little iffy? It just goes into a circle. Yeah. Follow the doctor's recommendations. Keep all of the things that you have to do. And she may be, you know, you just can't herd cats, and for you to put medicine or something on it, it may be a little difficult for you. Yeah. And MLR says, is that Topaz in your thumbnail? And she said, no, that's Penny, another cat that passed. Okay. Thank you. She says, no, that's Penny. Penny's cute. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's what I have. And thank you very much for letting me know but the recovery process may be a little bit emotional for her, or, touch and go. Thank you. Aw, thank you, Brown Roxy Foxy, just to subscribe to Akila B. Thank you, guys. Hi, Annie's Gifts. Nice to see you. So what I wanted to show everybody is my events page. And because I have an event today, and I just wanted to show everybody, this is my events page. When you come into my website, you just put sunpsychicgene.com. This is what you'll come to. This is my readings, and these are all the 15, 45, 90, quantum healing, chakra energy, past life reading. All of these readings, you can just click on any of them and they'll open up and you can read about them, right? And that's on my main page. And you see up here where it says events. So you click on the events page and you'll see all of my upcoming events. If you are a member of my YouTube channel, you are able to access all of these events at no additional charge. All of these events will be posted in the members only posts. The Zoom link will be posted there and you will be able to access it there. And that's the Zoom link directly to the event. So I did post the link for this past life mini reading that is today. I posted it in my members only post on my YouTube page. So that's where you'll find the free link. I'm sorry it's hard to get to it, but that's the way I can make sure everybody gets it. Because I don't have everybody's email. And the whole thing is when you this is Sunday, November 16th, today at 4:00 Eastern, 1:00 Pacific. If you click anywhere in that bar, you'll see a little bit of description about the past life readings. And I do ask that everybody plans to arrive approximately 10 minutes before the start time, because I do like to start right on time. And we allow for about 2 hours. It may not last that long, just depending on how many people and how many readings. So you just click on this attend and you go through the, if you're not a member of mine, and you click on this attend bar and you go through the payment process. And as soon as you make the payment, you'll get an email receipt saying that you purchased the ticket for this event, for the past life mini readings event. And you open up the email and you'll see the Zoom link is in your email. And you get it right away. So if you decide an hour before that you want to go, or that something else canceled and now you want to come, you can always come. And this happened because I had an event and I was sending like 30 emails, and I transposed somebody's letters on their email by accident. It was a typo, and they paid, but they never got their email. They never got the link, and I felt very bad. So I obviously did a refund for them, but I wanted to make sure that didn't happen again. And I found out how to do this on my website. So I'm number one excited about the events, but number two, I'm excited about this feature, that it's easy for you and it's easy for me. That people don't know a week from now, how do I know if I'm going to be able to go? But you can always sign up at the last minute if you choose to. Also, I wanted to show everybody about my psychic study practice group. And this is next Sunday, November 23rd. It's from 5, it starts at 5 in the evening, Eastern time, 2 p.m. Pacific. And again, you can just click on it and go down here. You see that I ask you to arrive 10 minutes beforehand and click on the attend, and you can go right to the event. I would allow yourself at least 30 minutes for the email to go back and forth. I don't know how long it takes for anybody to get an email, and I would hate to tell you that it comes instantly. It may or it may not. Depends on your, how often you refresh your emails. And then this is the last one I'm going to go over today, but you can come to this events page and search around for yourself and read about it. This one is an evidential mediumship demonstration, and this is a gallery style. And this event is free. It's $0 and 0 cents. This is a free event. I'm going to be doing this together with Wisdom Seeker Joan and Gerald from Tarot Stash. And this is, it's going to be, what is important to do a gallery style is it's important for me to have a closed container, that if I did a gallery style for everybody on the live, that I would be bombarded with all of your loved ones. So if it's a closed container and it's a finite number of people and their loved ones, it's much better for me and my energy to open up to just those loved ones for the people who are attending here today. And then what I would say is, if your loved one was, if you have a male that's passed on the other side and you would raise your hand, and this male passed somewhere before they were 40, and then you would put your hand down. If not, you would keep your hand up. If so, they were a musician and they died of a car wreck or something. Like, and if you can't, if the information is not for you, you put your hand down. If the information is still for you, you keep your hand up. And then there may be one or two people that I'll keep up, and I'll keep trying to get more information from the loved one, and you guys can figure out which one it is or who it is for you. I don't always get names. I don't always get dates. And it's a process of 80% of the information that comes through is really what is most important. And your loved ones sometimes come in blended as well. You're right. You're right. MLR says it sounds like John Edwards. You're right. That's a gallery style. And that's the way that all, is there anything else I wanted to show you? Oh, I wanted to tell you a little bit about. So yeah, that's the way that most mediums did it back in the day. I mean, that's the way everybody was taught, and that's the way they all did it. And it's only because I was taught how to do this um, on YouTube, and we had to ask who it is because we only had 5 minutes to do the reading, and we said, "Who would you like to speak to?" Where if you did John Edwards, he would say, "I can't bring through who you want me to bring through. I bring through who your loved ones want, whoever wants to come through." And it's a little bit different, but it's all about the way that you're taught. It's similar but different. And I still find mediums that say that they can't promise you that the person that you want will come through. But because we were trained in this way to call on just that energy, I ask for all of your loved ones to step back. I ask for only the ones that I call on to come forward. So if I call on your Uncle Ed, and I'm like, "Uncle Ed, are you?" And then I feel the energy, and then I need to get a validation from you. As soon as I get that validation, that link between you, me, and your Uncle Ed becomes stronger, and I can connect with him through you. So that's the way that I'm taught here on YouTube. But in the gallery style, it'll be your loved ones will be coming forward first, and then similar to the way John Edwards did. So this is a free event because this is the first time we are. I thought of you, Edward, because I did see that 10:01. Just either was today or yesterday. I saw it. I'm like, oh, I have to tell Edward Kenneth too. So, oh, I don't know. I don't know. You said, like you did with my late father when you saw John Wayne image. So perfect. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, something like that. The other one I wanted to tell you about is this past life mini readings that is this afternoon at 4 o'clock. I wanted to describe to you a little bit about a past life mini reading. And you may have heard me say this before, but so one of the ones that really sticks out and was very profound was I was doing a past life mini reading, and I call it a mini reading because it's just like a little glimpse. I saw a woman it was a woman's shoes, and she was walking on cobblestone street. That was the first image. I could see somebody's shoes walking on cobblestone street. And as soon as she would walk, every time she walked, she would be kicking her skirt. And I could feel her walking and kicking her skirt. So I knew she had a long skirt on. And then when I got like an image of her, I couldn't really see her. I could just see like an outline or like a little glimpse, and I could see that there was a high neck collar. So I was picking up maybe like in the 1800s, with a long skirt and high collar. And then I asked for more information, and they showed me her holding a stick like this, like a big giant stick, and stirring a big pot of water, boiling water. And I'm like, what is this? And I looked in the pot of boiling water, and I'm like talking to you, telling you what I see as I'm seeing it, and I don't know what I see, but it's more of like an investigation. And I looked in the pot of boiling water, and I saw that there were sheets. And I said, "Oh, I don't know if you work in a laundromat, or not laundromat, but in a laundry service." And I'm like, and then I asked for more information, and I saw her talking to a doctor, and there were patients in beds around them. There was a patient on this side, patient on that side, and her and the doctor were standing between the two patients, and she was talking to a doctor. I said, "Oh, you're a nurse, and you were sanitizing the sheets." And I heard the word um, uh, typhoid fever. And I was curious, and I said, "Oh, I think there was like an epidemic or an outbreak." And I saw that there was like a seaside. It was like a cove. There was like it was like a cove, and there was a seaside like went like this, like I could see the view that she could see, but it was like a town that was built very close to the seaside, and it felt like England. So after the image was finished, we weren't sure, so I wanted to validate, and we go to Google. I said, was the typhoid fever in the eight, and actually I did get a date of 1853. So I said, was there typhoid? And it said, Google said no. So I said, was there any outbreaks in London in 1853? And it said yes. It said um, cholera. It was the cholera outbreak, and it was the time, it was the area, and it was the outbreak. And I could feel this woman, like your past life is what I'm reading. I could feel her dilemma. She had such a dilemma. She had such a heavy heart. And I found out that her husband had the cholera and died, but she had cholera and got better. She didn't die. So she was safe to work around the patients. And so it would only let you work so many shifts, and then you would have to go home and get rest or come back the next day. And she did not want to leave. She was so worried about all of the patients and all of the doctors, because there was a very short staff. And I saw her leave work, and she sat outside of the hospital on the bench, like looking up and just really, really worried about leaving and going home. She couldn't, she had to like unwind. She had to like let it, because it was so overwhelming. She thought everybody in the world was going to die. I could feel this just total panic. Like it was so much for her to handle. It was very, very intense. And it was really amazing what they show me in these past lives. And that's what I'm doing today at 4 o'clock. I don't know if it's going to be that dramatic, but sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But I can see like a little peek into who you were, what you were doing, and what was going on. And these are maybe like about 15 minutes. So I don't know if it's going to be, it may be shorter, it may be longer, depending on how much I can see and how much I can feel. And I won't be able to give every single person a reading, but you will be able to be there with me and help me, and be a collaborate and with the investigation. But I think it's fascinating that I was able to go on Google and to validate some of that stuff. It's really just profound. So that's what I'm doing today at 4 o'clock. It's past life mini readings, and you can get there um, through the events page if you're not a member. And if you are a member, go onto my YouTube on the community page under the members only posts, and you'll find the link directly to the event there. Okay. So that's what I wanted to say. And thank you all very much for. Oh, geez, peace, please. I said you saw you. You saw me hugging trees in a message that I gave you. Wow. I don't know if it was a past life one, but yeah, I can read your energy. And sometimes when I'm reading your energy, I'm like, I don't know if that's this life or past life. Sometimes they just show me like your soul's energy, and I can't tell sometimes which lifetime it is. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes if I read people's energy here on the show, sometimes it's a past life. Hmm. Hmm. Hi, KK. Nice to see you. Um, okay, so let's get started. And I know I already did a reading, but let's do Brown Roxy Foxy, and Marby. Roxy Foxy and Marby. And if you guys can just say hello and let me know that you're still here, I'd appreciate that. Hi, Sage Burner. Wanda. I know, right? Okay, so Roxy Foxy, just say hi so I know you're still here. Okay. My mom is in an assisted living facility diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Her boyfriend will be moving to a memory care, and I'm concerned about my mom's well being. Any insight on this? So, just trying to get the logistics. So she was with her boyfriend in an assisted living, and now the boyfriend has to move to a different location, and she's going to be alone. But with him there, I know it's amazing, isn't it? That they know certain things and they can take care of themselves, but they can't remember other things. It's really unusual, but you do have to keep an eye on them. She may get bumped up to the next level of care if she's unable to be there alone. And she if she's in an assisted living, they do have people that check on them, right? Yes. Same location, different area in the building. I think that she's really going to miss her boyfriend. I think if we can figure out a way for somebody to um, make sure that they can meet for lunch or meet for to visit each other so that they know. Um, what's your mom's first name? Okay. Let me just take this down a second. All right. When Kay's boyfriend moves out, will Kay be okay in her own space? I'm getting yes. Yes, she's going to have to learn, even though her boyfriend, um, I think she was helping him, but they were sort of helping each other, honestly. Even though he's moving into the memory care, she may have been doing a lot more for him. So she may feel the relief of not having to, be the caretaker, so to speak, or the one who is there. I do see her missing him, but I do see her being relieved a little bit and being able to be in her own space, but um, she may find out that she needs the assistance too. Um, she's relieved. She's relieved primarily. She can take care of herself for the most part. I think that um, assisted living is they take care of meals and they check on them. And she's able to be socialized. I do feel as though she's going to be okay. She's not going to get worse. I feel like she has medication that she's on that's going to keep her in a certain level. Um, and she's not going to, um, her ability to take care of herself is not going to change right away. I think she's still going to be in that caretaker role. Her diagnosis is not as severe, and like I said, the medication is going to, keep her at a certain level. But I feel like, what breakthrough symptoms are? I feel like there's going to be some breakthrough. Yeah, yeah, she was doing a lot for him. So this may ease her a little bit and enable her to have like a status quo, her own little routine. And, she has ways of remembering if she, you know, remembered to whatever it is that she remembered to do, whether it's, I think that, does she get help with medication? Does somebody assist her with the medication? Um, or if you have to do that? It just depends on the level of care, but I see her staying the same, being relieved and not worrying about, but she wants to make sure he's okay. So she's going to be worried about him and relieved at the same time. Um, so as long as they can arrange to meet, as daily, if not several times a week, I feel like she's going to be maintaining her level of where she was. But she may have like these little breakthrough moments. But I think the medication is sort of helping her right now. Um, but I think it's important to that her meds are supervised. Um, and I know there's like a level of that with the assisted living. I don't know if you call her every day and ask her if she took her meds or if you have like that. Oh, they do that at the facility. That's good. That's good. Yeah, and you're hoping that they can interact daily. Yeah, especially in the beginning. I mean, and they know that. Um, but if it's not every day for some reason or another, it's okay. But in the beginning, I think it's really important that they do that. And I'm glad that they are monitoring her medication and I think that she's going to be good for, I feel like there's like a period of time that she's not going to make any changes in her cognitive ability, but I do see some breakthrough things. Like she may forget to get dressed or forget what time it is and like want to eat at 2:00 in the evening instead of 2:00 in the afternoon. Like and I'm just saying like down the road, like these breakthrough things might happen as far as, awareness, and that's when you'll know. But I'm sure that her doctors are watching her. Um, and yeah, but does she have like a button that she can call somebody, or can she call you? If she's, there's just like a little bit of confusion, but I don't see it right away, but I do see it down the road. Um, that her timing might get like her days and nights for some reason might get mixed up. Um, And that's when you'll know that things are changing. I think that that's going to be like an indication. Or if she's up and she's not dressed and she says, I got dressed, and she's still like in her night clothes, um, that you'll be able to tell. You'll be able to tell when her breakthrough symptoms or the medication isn't holding the status quo, that she's progressing in her. Yes, she does have a button for emergency. Yeah, just remembering what it's for and why it's there. But I do see her being status quo. I see her not changing for a while. And she's going to find her own little way, her own little niche, her own little routine that she's going to be able to stay status quo because she really wants to go and check on him still. Even though she needs assistance, she's still going to be okay to go check on him. She's a really strong woman, but it's not going to be for a while. I see maybe I don't know, but it's not going to be for a while. But all the best to you, Brown Roxy Foxy. I know it's it's very difficult. I empathize for sure. For sure. I wish there were a better I mean, and these facilities really do know what they're doing. So I think she's in really good hands, but she's still going to be worried about him. Yep, she's very strong and has been through a lot in her life. Yeah. Yeah. She's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. You're welcome. Yeah, and she's going to be able to rest more, which is going to help her. I think that he was just not letting her sleep or not letting her not letting, but she was more worried about him and not getting enough sleep. She would be up checking on him a lot. Um, all the best to you, Brown Roxy Foxy. Thank you for your question. And then Marby is next. And Marby, if you can just say hello. And after Marby is MLR. So Marby says, may I have a general reading, please? Okay, Marby, I see you. Thank you. They always show me. They always show me, Mary, Mother of Jesus, when I connect with you, Marby. And this is the divine that you're connected to. And it's the color of your icon. So I feel as though you've been progressing, or have you been taking classes? And you're of two minds, Marby, because I do feel like you have awareness, you have connection, you have signs and synchronicities and belief system, but a part of you is finding it difficult to not difficult, but you're challenged to maintain that in your everyday world. And I feel like I hear them saying, like, give yourself a break, let yourself off the hook, that it's not important for you to be in the astral realm 24 hours a day. It's most important for you to incorporate this into your human experience. And this is where you find you're like, but I still feel, uneasy or uncertain, or I don't like the unknown, or I find myself worrying where I know intellectually that worrying isn't good and that worrying is, it's not what my soul is here to do in this world. And you know that you're divinely guided, but you feel yourself having these human emotions. And this is why they say, give yourself a break and to be kind to yourself, to allow for this ebb and flow to occur. They do want to remind you that you can change in the way that when you find yourself getting into this worried or, not panicked, but, this really worried kind of a state, you can just say, I give this to my angels. It's too much for me. And I would rather stay in the love and light vibration and know that I'm at peace, and sort of like try and let go of that and hand it over to your angels. I don't know if there's somebody that you're worried about, but I do feel as though there's something that is worrying you in your day-to-day life. Um, And you're like, well, why do I still do that when I know that um, it's not in my highest good? And they say, focus on what you want, not what you don't want. And, write it down if it's something that's sort of going like a tape playing in your head that you keep thinking of it. If it's something terrible that you heard or something terrible that you saw, or and it's playing over in your head and you're worried about it, write it down and say, this is what I want to give to my angels, and write it down and get it out of your head and start working on focusing on what it is that you do want. You want to see yourself at peace. You want to see everybody around you at peace, in happiness and joy. And you want to see everybody being productive and being of service and working together. Whatever it is that you want, they said to focus on what it is that you do want, not what you don't want. And that's sort of like the energy of the worrying. And I'm not sure if that makes any sense to you, Marby. You may not be worrying at all, but just let us know. Hi, Sanford. Thanks for coming back. Coffee Dogs is here. I see Jackie. Jackie Jacaranda is here. Hi, Jackie. Nice to see you. Jenny in Virginia is here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's not. She said no, not taking any classes yet. That's okay. You get a full education when you watch some of these shows. So, um, yeah, that's what I got for you. Thank you very much, Marby. And after Marby, I have MLR. Okay. And MLR says, without getting into details, today is a hard date for me. Could I get a message from Spirit? So they want you to flip the script, is what I hear. And they want you to celebrate this day that you've made it this far. Like, instead of allowing this date to be a reminder of something hard, um, give yourself a pat on the back and saying, um, this date is reminding me how far I've come, and turn it around to be even though, um, and even though a tragedy or a tragic situation may have happened on this date, it's your ability to grow in spite of it. Um, and if it's somebody leaving, or, something happening to somebody uh, on this date, and you remember them, they do want you to remember them, their life, and not define them on their day of passing, and it's important to recognize that you've been, how long they've been gone, but it's um reliving a tragedy or a trauma on a date is not, it's a way of recognizing your strength. And that's the importance of an anniversary. Um, I do understand why you say it's hard for you, because it does remind you of something that's not favorable, and a difficult memory. However, and that's where the difficulty is, but you want to, and I feel as though your loved ones and spirit guides also want you to celebrate what you've overcome, you know, and it's okay to have a moment of grief, or a moment of processing what occurred. Allow your feelings to come, and just as long as you don't live there, and realize that this is a indication of how strong you are. And that's what I have to say about that, MLR. All the best to you. All right, I didn't call who was next. Let's go with um uh trying to see who else. I want to give other people a chance. I haven't read for Edward in a while. Um, can I get a message from grandmother Evelyn? And Eddie, are you still here? All right. Sorry, I was looking to see if there was any other questions. Um, grandmother Evelyn, grandmama. Are you named after her? I see the E's. Is this your dad's mom? Her ex-husband. Oh, her ex-husband's mother. Oh, okay. So she's coming through just a little bit soft spoken. She wasn't very loud or bossy, or she was a little bit soft spoken, quite mannerly. I would call it mannerly more than soft spoken. And I do feel that she was intelligent and a hard worker. I do feel that she had some difficulty in her life. I don't know if it was when she was growing up that she had challenges in her family. But and she's also shown me that she went to, did she like go to college? She's showing me herself in school and holding books. And she's saying that she was smart. I feel like she wanted to have a career, but and not the career. She didn't get a chance to have the career that she wanted, and there was like obligations with the family that prevented her. And it's not like, so she said she would never trade her family for anything in the world, but she always wanted to become a nurse, or she always wanted to become what a doctor, or whatever it is that she wanted to be. It's it was never, it was, she didn't get that opportunity. So she wants you to take this opportunity to live your life to the fullest and to be whoever and whatever you want to be here in this world. She's saying don't wait for the train to come to you, go to the train. She's saying that somebody's not going to knock on your door and say, can I help you with your purpose in this life? You know, she's saying you have to make it for yourself. She's saying that if you have the means and the opportunity, she's saying don't take every opportunity. Don't wait and stand back and watch your life go by. She's saying that if there's something that you want to do other than what you're doing right now, she's saying you have to make that happen. She's very encouraging and she's insisting because I feel as though she didn't always get the opportunities that she may have wanted to. I don't know if she wanted to go to college and she wasn't able to, or if she wanted to have a career and she wasn't able to. But I do see her working, but it's not something that she wanted to do. Um, I do find that did she help you with schoolwork or did no college, lived in a small town in the mountains, worked, had to raise her boys? Yeah. So she was a single mom? Oh, you're named after her ex-husband. I see. Yeah. She was smart and she had aspirations. I think that she was even um like creative or inventive. Like she would think of ways to do things a better way and more efficient. Um, and I see her being like, did she teach the boys? They worked in a lumber mill. Wow, that's hard work. Hmm. Um, she's just saying no excuses. She is, I feel like she's smart. I feel like she's smart. I feel like she had a lot more abilities and capabilities, or a lot more going for her than people gave her credit for. And I feel like she was really good at um, raising children and running a household, but she had much more of a creative mind. And perhaps this is something that you do. Very, very smart, strong woman. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's what she wants you to do. She doesn't want you to let another moment go by. Take every opportunity that's possible because she didn't get the chance to. In her um, on her behalf, she wants you to do that. If that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So ascending universal butterfly. Are you still here? Only because some of the other questions I think I've read recently, and I like to be like have time go by before I visit them again, if that makes sense. Um, thank you, Edward. Let me see. Ascending butterfly is here. Good. May I please have a message of importance at this time for my galactic team that assists me in moving forward? So the first thing I heard is they want you to um, embrace your humanity because they're telling me you feel as though they're in awe. They're in awe of you. Um, or no, you're in awe of them is what they're telling me. Like the galactic team. Oh, like you think so highly of the galactic team, and they are very much thinking highly of you. That you are the one here on Earth. You are the one here living a human incarnation, and you are the one here during this change. So, and they tell me this all the time when I visit the Galactic Council. And one time I was with a group of people and we went in to, it was like a theater and there was like a stage and all the Galactic Council was up on the stage. There was all different types of, beings and stuff. And we all sort of came in and we all filed in and we all sat down in our seats. And the stage lights went down and the audience lights went up and they were asking us questions. How are you doing? What do you need from us? What's going on there? How do you feel? Can you hear us when we call you? They kept asking us questions because they're in awe of us being here in this human incarnation on this earth right now, in this place and time. And they want us to communicate our experience. And they also tell me that it's important for us to record our experiences, our thoughts, our feelings. If you've been thinking about writing a book or thinking about making some videos or thinking about, writing poems or writing a song, something, some way that you can record how humanity is surviving or manifesting or transitioning in this time and place on earth, because this is a turning point. We all know that. We all know that this is a turning point in history of humanity. It's a turning point for Gaia. The earth is ascending, is changing its frequency and vibration, and humanity is changing its frequency and vibration. And this causes some, disruption until we find that new frequency and we all are on that same frequency, and then it'll be coasting again. But they want information from you. They want you to live this life and to communicate to them what it is that you're experiencing. And communicate to them what it is that you may need, want, or what might be helpful. They want you to ask them for guidance. It's almost like we've never done this before. And they want to help us. They need to know what it is that we're going through and what it is that we may need from them in order for them to help us. And I'm saying them and us, but they mean you, but they're they're just saying all humanity. You too, Jeannie. They're saying all humanity, and they want you to know that you're not here alone. That it's not just you, and that there's many of star seeds, light workers, and these souls that are here on this planet right now, in this time and space in history. And they're saying to write down your memories. Do you have memories of Egypt? They're saying that it's almost, how Egypt, they used to commingle. There used to be alien beings that commingled with human beings and that taught human beings certain things. And the Mayans had, certain alien beings assist them. And do you remember when there was giants? And do you remember when, there's all of this history of cycles of humanity that we went through. But this time, humanity is not going to be devastated or wiped off. We're going to be aware of the ascension process, which has never been done before. But what they did is they know that we made it through because they can see the future. And this is us. We are like star seeds, and beings, our souls have are equipped to be here at this place and time just for this occasion. They just want you to know you're not alone, that you are the one that they're in awe of. They say, please don't put us on a pedestal. Please, we may be more advanced in a society than you, but we are no more important than you are. And they want you to know that you are the important one. We are the one living through this. And on their, like, we are a family member of theirs living here. And that's how important you are to them. It's like you're one of them living here, and they know your soul, and they see you as this human, but they know who you truly are, and they want you to find out who you truly are, and know that you're not here alone, that we're all connected. And they're just saying they're like 24/7 with you. Like, you don't, and what they want you to develop a connection, if you haven't already, for a 24/7 type of access. So let me see. Does any of this make sense to you, Ascending? I know. I know, Harley. Wasn't that cool? Compliment from the council. It's 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 counterintuitive because we think of somebody who we don't know, and in an advanced role, being, more important, but they're really not. They are to us, but we are the ones who are important to them. And she says, I'm so emotional in tears. This message, Dean, has touched my heart so deeply. Aw, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. She said, this resonates so much, I can't express it in words. Good. Hopefully, the information that came through, you can, and this is what's so beautiful about it being recorded here on YouTube for everybody. And it's not just for Ascending Universal Butterfly. If you also feel that you are a part of this team that we're on, it was for you too. Yeah, that's what they want you to know, that we're all connected, and that we're not one of us is more important than the next. Oh, see, Carolyn, resonates for all of us. Yes, they're helping us on our missions here. It's exciting. It's exciting. It really is. Well, that's going to do it for the show today. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for all of your questions. And I hope to see some of you at the Past Life mini readings if you are able to. That's today at 4:00 Eastern, 1:00 Pacific. And and let me just see when I'm going to be on after. Can you believe it is the 16th of November, you guys? It's crazy. I'll be on Friday with Gerald. And I have a triple header on Friday, the 21st. So that's when I will be back. So I hope to see you all again soon. You're very welcome, Brown Roxy Foxy. Good luck to you. And you're welcome, Edward Kenneth. And thank you, everybody. I'm going to go now. I could stay here forever. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.